Krychowiak! Grzegorz Krychowiak has equalised for...
Hey guys, and welcome to another one of these Arsenal career mode episodes. So first of all, apologies for the lack of uploads in the last few days because I've been a bit ill, but now I'm fine and we can hopefully get daily uploads as well. But if you guys do want to see another episode of the series today, remember to smash the like on the video, and yet again, the target for another upload today is going to 1,000 likes. But today we're going to start off with a massive game in the Champions League, the first leg versus Benfica. So here we go guys, time for the Champions League return, and there's my team for this one. Got Dybala as my striker, Krychowiak obviously in the first team as usual, and what a signing he has been. But let's try and get at least a goal in this leg. If we do lose the game, I need at least one goal I think, but a draw and a win would be absolutely fantastic for the second leg back at the Emirates Stadium. Oh my god, look at this. Rodriguez to shoot, and it's just wide, but very brave then. He went straight for our defence, which is not a good start for us. Goes to Alexis Sanchez, cuts inside past one, and look at Ozil. Can we find him? Ozil now with a finesse shot. What a start! Mesut Ozil with the first goal, all thanks to Alexis Sanchez. But how did he find so much space? There is our away goal. So maybe if we lose this game, which doesn't look likely at this point, I've still got the away goal for the Emirates Stadium, so that is a massive goal for us. What a finish from Ozil. It shows I need to shoot more with him, because when he shoots from that kind of range, he always scores. So that is a fantastic goal, which has taken us into the lead. Here goes Alexis, yet again finding a lot of space. And look at this, we have so many men forward. If the tackle weren't made there, we would have been through on goal. So we just reached the end of the first half, remains as 1-0. And so far we're playing really good stuff. We're just not having enough shots, because so far Benfica have had absolutely nothing. We've had all the ball, but we just haven't maybe scored 2 or 3 more goals, because that is how good we have been. Krychowiak finds Walcott. Look at this. He surely has the pace on the defenders. This time the tackle don't come in. The ball in the middle, and it's 2-0. 5 minutes into the second half, we've got a 2-goal lead versus Benfica. But surely the blame has to go to the goalkeeper, because that was shocking goalkeeping. Like, how did Dybala, that was a scuff from Dybala, somehow it managed to find a way past. And here we go again. Dybala and Walcott, my 2 strikers forward, and it's just terrible defending. Look at this. Dybala just can't get past, but still a massive mistake. Must be a free kick, but nothing is given. That's a poor clearance, and it goes off the post and in for Benfica's first goal of the night. But how did we not defend that? We were just caught on the counter, because why is Bellerin the only man in the box? Where is Koscielny and where is Laporte? Because that was too easy. I think whoever it is, I think it's Jonas who was their striker. It's also going to beat Bellerin in the air. It's now up to 2-1, but still we have the lead. But I did not want to concede in this first game. Sanchez wins it back. Again, another mistake. They try and cut inside here. Alexis Sanchez to shoot. I thought he scored it. I thought Sanchez had scored it, but no. He goes wide of the post. Look at this. How is he not scoring that chance? And again, I wonder, like, where's his form gone from last season? He's not been the same guy. But no, the ball comes straight back. Ball in the middle again, but well saved by Czech. Imagine that for a goal. Cazorla, look at that. Look at that space there. Can he keep going? Again, it goes down to Theo Walcott, and it's 3-1. Theo Walcott with the goal. That's 3 goals away from home in the Champions League. We must be through to the next round. Right, so there we are guys. The first half of the Champions League is done. We've beaten Benfica 3-1 on the end, so that is a fantastic result. Yes, not the best team in the Champions League, but it does show we can score goals away from home. Before our first game back in the Premier League, let's have a look at the league table. And Chelsea basically have won the league already, in my opinion. Like, they are so far ahead of us, City and United. But we are back to our infamous 4th place. Spurs back into infamous 5th place. And I think what's missing, obviously we have got a game in hand, but what we're missing is goals, because we have scored 33 this season. The likes of West Brom and Newcastle United have scored more goals than us, so something has to change. Time now for the second game of today's episode, now in the Premier League, and at Carrow Road versus Norwich City. So obviously it's going to be a hard game. We need a win from this one. Great ball. Now Ozil. Can he find Dybala? He can. And Dybala scores a goal. And another Ozil assist. But I didn't even control Dybala. He took the touch. And somehow that made Ruddy go the other way. Look at this. Ruddy went the other way. The defender didn't read it either. We've got the first goal of the game. And we're on fantastic form. Look at that for a goal. And Dybala now must be top scorer still. 13 goals this season. Which is not amazing. But he's top scorer. And he's scoring enough goals to keep him in the team. Oh, that's a good ball. It goes out to their danger man Redmond on the ball. Back it goes into middle, but they're playing nice football. Back it goes to Redmond, but well blocked by Koscielny. But now they have a corner kick. Ball into middle, check. Nowhere. And Norwich City have scored the goal. So it's Cameron Jerome with the goal. But surely that's a free kick. Unless it's one of my own players who's taking him out. Because he had no chance to get in there. and Jerome has scored the goal. Here we go again. Kuchariak getting forwards. Now back goes Ozil on the ball now, and it's just wide, but I love having Kuchariak in that midfield. Like, he's so solid and he actually can play as well, so it's all looking good. It's poor defending. Jerome is now through, and Norwich City have taken the lead. Like, what has happened? Jerome has got his second goal of the game, and it's all thanks to my mistake. He goes into Ozil and expecting that, but now Sanchez must finish, and it's well saved by Ruddy in goal for Norwich, but it has to be a goal. Mesut Ozil is now going to take the corner. That's a great ball into the back post, but Koscielny is beaten by Ruddy. Right, time for the second half. On comes Sani Cazorla for Isco. Maybe that'll bring more creativity, but we need something to change in the second. Like, I'm not saying Isco had a bad game, but like, Cazorla's not played enough recently. But how have we gone from winning this game to losing to Norwich City? Like, I don't know. But still, we've got a long time to go, so let's try and get back into the game. How are they doing this? And saved by Czech. But did you see the passing there? How is this happening? Right, maybe a chance here. Gibbs is going to take this free kick. A great ball in, but Ruddy is there. And that's probably the first chance we've had in this second half. Like, shows how poor we have been. Here goes Dybala. Fantastic work. It goes in, it's Gibbs. And what a chance that was. But was he offside? I think he was. But Dybala did so well coming off that left-hand side. Goes into Ozil. And now Cazorla. So much space. And it's off the cross. Not off the cross, but off the post. And it's just not going to go in for us. But that was nearly perfect from Cazorla. Nearly in the back of the net, but not. And we're on our way to losing yet again because Norwich City just passing the ball around the back and then smashing our field, wasting more time. Oh God, here they come again. Jerome on this ball, and it's a great save. I thought it was a bit of a penalty, but this defending is like a mixture of Norwich being well overpowered and us just not defending properly. And Czech again with another save. And is that going to be a red card? I just made a stupid tackle. Is that going to be end of Ozil's day? And it's a red card, for God's sake. That just shows the frustration. Mesut Ozil has been sent off in the last minute. A stupid tackle by me. This game started off so well. He got the assist, but then he's getting sent off. And there goes the full-time whistle. So that is another loss. We are not playing well in the Premier League because we go on a good run. Then we lose a few games. And that's why we're probably not going to win the title anymore. We're fighting for like top 3 at the moment. And before our final game of today's episode, it's now time for the first week of training. So Bellerin, Wilshere and finally Dybala are the 3 players. And let's see if we can get Bellerin to, I think, 79 now. Because he has to grow. Like, finally he's grown now. And Dybala getting closer to 86. Like, Wilshere's still not growing, but Dybala, 86 rated at like 22 years old. Crazy. But it's now time for our first game of the episode at the Emirates Stadium. And we have dropped to 4th place. So United in 3rd, Man City in 2nd place. And of course, Chelsea are leading the Premier League table. But good news, as Ozil's suspension was actually used up in an FA Cup game, which you'll see hopefully later on in the series. So that is good news, of course, as Ozil is back in the first team. And Dybala is top scorer. Okazaki in 2nd. But 13 goals, which is not too bad. And he goes to Kuchariak. And now through to Ozil. Must be 1-0. It's saved. And we can't get there from the rebound. But Ozil, with his weak foot for some reason, couldn't score the opening goal. Goes to Isco. And now it goes back to him, hopefully. Now the ball in the middle. A great ball to Walcott, but Howard is there. And it's another free kick. But it's such a difference playing at home. We can play the ball a lot better as well. Like we haven't done against Benfica. And of course against Norwich City. But we need this opening goal. Right, Sanchez is going to take it. A great ball in, but Howard is there. And that is the end of the first half. And you can see the problem because we've had so many great chances playing good football. We can't find the opening goal. And now time for the second half. Going to make one change as Oxlade-Chamberlain is going to replace Theo Walcott. And also made Dybala stay central and also try and get beyond the 2 centre-backs, which hopefully should work because of course, he's probably better at that kind of thing. Again, Koscielny out of position. And now Laporte has to make the tackle, and look at this. There's a chance, and well saved by Czech. But the first chance of the game for Everton was probably the best chance of the game. Right, we've got the ball back here. Dybala, he's still going. Paulo Dybala, but John Stones to the rescue yet again for Everton. He has been so good for them, which makes me think I need him in this team. I've always wanted to try and sign him, and probably about time we do. Goes to Bellerin. Oxlade-Chamberlain now on the ball. Can he get a ball in? Paulo Dybala's there, but Debussy to the rescue. Yes, Debussy. And that is the end of the game. That is so frustrating because we had so many great chances, especially in that first half. We couldn't take them, especially that Ozil chance. We should at least be 1 or 2-0 up in the first half, but it just didn't come in the end. In the second half, Everton sat back so much and we just couldn't get past. So next episode, we're going to start off with the first game against Sheffield Wednesday. So look forward to that one. But first of all, we're going to have a look at the top scorers, the assisters, and a more in-depth look at the league table. So first of all, Paulo Dybala in first place with 13 goals. and there's no one else I can see so far, but a lot of different good strikers here. Fabregas as well getting a few goals for Chelsea. Aguero I can see as well, but not really any Arsenal players. Now assist time, we got Lucas Leiva at the top, Sessegnon, Bannon as well, and you can see Dybala in 11th place. So that is the best we have got. So that is not good. Where is Ozil? Where's Cazorla? Like, there's nowhere to be seen. And finally, here's the league table. Chelsea still top of the table, City in second, United in third place. So we are now in fourth place. So we're now 8 points behind City in second. So I think the best we can get this season is second place. So I think it's about time we concentrate more on the Champions League and the FA Cup. And maybe we can't challenge for the title as we did last season. So I think Chelsea are going to win. I think we'll either come second, third or fourth. And maybe even fifth, because Spurs are doing well as well. But we need at least that top 3. But that is going to be the end of today's episode. If you guys have enjoyed, remember to smash a like on the video. Next episode is going to be a lot of games and also the second leg in the Champions League. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.